Hello and welcome back to another installment of Long Range Productions. Today we're going to be taking a look at the venerable Sig P220 Stainless. This is actually one of my favorite firearms of all time, really. I really am a big fan of the Sig Sauer firearms. They just work. They feel great in my hand anyways. Very natural point of aim. I can basically close my eyes, pick this gun up, and point at the target, pull the trigger, and hit it. May not make a bullseye hit, but I will most likely hit it, depending on the target. Anyways, this gun was actually a CPO trade-in. You can actually see the bottom of the mag here. This is actually one of the mags that came with the gun. It actually has a badge number on it, badge 358. I don't know who that badge belongs to or what agency, but this gun was an officer's firearm, his duty weapon, and I kind of feel privileged to own it as such. Like I said, it was a Sig certified pre-owned firearm that when I purchased this. Nothing really has been done to this gun at all. I've added some Eprolite night sights. I have polished the breech here, and I did send it to Sig. I got a target bevel put on the muzzle here, just to help the bullet leave with a little more accuracy. This isn't really one of my carry guns. The stainless is just too heavy for me to justify to carry it around in an in-waistband holster all the time, so I didn't really worry about the muzzle getting damaged at all. This is a little more prone to damage if it does get dinged. It's not the typical rolled edge, so like I said, it is a little more fragile. Other than that, though, it does help improve accuracy a little bit. Out of the box, this gun is more accurate than me already. I had to send it back to Sig for new springs. I figured I'd have them do that, and while they had it, it didn't really cost me much extra, and it's a little bit of a bonus for me. Anyways, workings of the gun, make sure that it's clear here. Springs are a little stiff, but yeah, you can see that it is clear. No rounds in the chamber. Magazine is out of the gun. This gun, if you're not familiar with Sigs, they've got the decock mechanism here. They've had it for pretty much forever. It works really well. When you chamber around, you obviously don't want to carry it on single action, at least not in this gun, because there is no manual safety, and the trigger is a lot lighter at this point. So basically what they did was they incorporated a decock lever in here that allows the trigger to be dropped, or the hammer to be dropped without engaging the firing pin. All firing pin blocks are still in place. Everything is completely safe. It is a very, very extremely safe way to drop the hammer on a loaded chamber. Definitely much better than the revolver style of pulling the trigger while you rock the hammer down. As you can see, when you do that, you disengage the trigger safeties inside, and the hammer is able to go all the way down and make contact with the firing pin. When you pull the decock lever down, it never disengages that firing pin safety there. So again, very safe firearm, even though there are no manual safeties on it. Though I do believe you can get these now with a manual thumb safety if you so desire. Takedown on the weapon is very straightforward. If I can ever get this thing locked back. Hand was in the way there. It's a little tough to do this sometimes in the videos because you're trying to manipulate it in a way that the camera can see, and your hand gets in the way. But oh yeah, the other upgrade that I did do, this has a stainless guide rod in it to help put a little more weight over the nose and mitigate recoil a little bit. Not really a huge issue on a fully stainless gun because this thing is fairly heavy as is, but any little thing helps in my opinion sometimes, especially something that won't hurt the function in its entirety of the gun. Inside you will see you have a one-piece guide rod with a multi-layer steel spring. These are very durable. This is stock factory Sig springs right here. Still has the green paint actually. Then you have the barrel and the slide. Now with these slides nowadays, I don't know if you're familiar with the Sigs of yesteryear, but the Sigs back in the day were a folded slide, folded metal slide, and the internals right here were actually a separate piece from that slide. All you had to do is drift out a double roll pin in here, and you could actually take the entire fire control mechanisms out. Very handy if you wanted to clean it. I've got a Sig 228 West German circa 1989 that is a two-piece slide like that. It's had thousands upon thousands upon thousands of rounds through it. I have never had the need to clean it, though I have cleaned it myself and taken it apart just because I like to tinker, and you know, I like to make sure every nook and cranny is clean. With this one, in order to get these pins out and get the firing pin and all that stuff out, you actually would have to send this off to a certified Sig armorer for them to do that, because it does require actually a press to get that out. Gray Guns actually is a very good place to send your Sig if you do need service on it or anything along those lines. Internal workings in here, pretty straightforward. You have your locking block here. You have a pretty beefy trigger bar down in this area here. Again, double action, single action function. To put it back together, very, very straightforward. Don't know why I grabbed that first. Barrel does go in first, then the guide rod here. Just get it lined up, slide it right down into its little spot. It will click into place and stay captured. Then lock it back, slide the lock back up, and release the slide. Everything is good to go. Now the Sig triggers are actually really good out of the box. This one is not a short reset trigger, but it still is very good. If you notice here, I'll go through the reset with you. If you in single action, well, let's start from double action. If I pull the trigger, obviously double action, trigger gets, you know, pulled, depressed all the way down. Hammer comes back and slides forward, igniting a primer and sending a barrel down the, or a bullet down the barrel. If we reset by cycling the slide, now you can see where the actual reset is. That's it. And then back down, you can see there's about that much take up there. And then once you get there, it is very crisp, no sponginess whatsoever, just a nice clean break. And again, this is a stock factory Sig trigger. No work has been done on this whatsoever. So again, reset right there, very audible. You can feel it. If you're bumping the trigger off of this thing, there's a problem there, because you should be able to feel that reset even in a stressful situation. And then again, boom, very, very crisp and clean. This gun is excellent. It has been flawless with just about everything I've fed it in the 2,000 rounds or so that I've fired through it. Anything from truncated wad cutters to round nose to hollow points of all varieties, whether it be Federal HSTs, Spear Gold Dots, or my personal favorite, Winchester Rangers. This gun likes them all. It shoots the 230 grain Winchester Ranger extremely well. It has been absolutely flawless and just a wonderful, wonderful handgun. You know, if you are in the market for a single stack, full size 45, maybe a duty gun, if you're able, you know, police officer or even armed security, and you have a outer waistband holster to carry this thing in, it does not have to be concealed. This is an excellent choice. If it does have to be concealed, it's probably going to be a little heavy for you. I would definitely go with a alloy framed Sig 220 if that's what you are looking for. They also have, you know, different flavors of the Sig 220. This one is suited for, you know, general target shooting, competition, and actual carry use. The extra weight, like I was saying, of the frame being stainless and the slide being stainless really does help with the mitigation of recoil. Very, very controllable. Follow-up shots are extremely controllable. A little bit more so, in fact, than the 1911 flavor that I also shoot, which is in the form of a Springfield TRP. This is another one of my babies. I love this gun, but again, it is a little bit lighter than the ST. Recoil, as such, is a bit less manageable. This is a very, very good gun. I consider all SIGs a shooter's gun. From the very biggest to the very smallest, they're just excellent pieces. And like I said, if you're looking for a single stack 45, 1911 isn't in your future. A Sig 220 is a very good place to start looking and maybe explore those options. Well, that's all I have for the Sig 220 at this point. Check back soon. We will have more videos up. Thanks for watching. This is Long Range Productions. Out.